Okay. Alright, let's run this one more time. Ooh, my freaking. Okay. Maybe I should do blue earlier. I don't know if the range attack may be helpful. I'm trying to think of like what runs away enough that I need the range attack besides like the monkey, but you can't aim it down. Or you can't aim it up, I mean. If you could aim up the if you could aim up the thing, it would go triple platinum, I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Sorry. Hi, what's up while we're running this? I'm gonna try to explain what's... Dashed away. You have to dash into. Waste a lot of time there. I'm gonna try to explain the thought I have for like the routing. So the reason why I'm doing Serpent first is because it's just like a straight up DPS upgrade. It gives us an execute on enemies. The next one I'm going to do is Beetle because he gives us a charged attack, which it can only be done on the ground, which is oof. So maybe, honestly, I'll have to test it, but I'm thinking between like Hawk and Beetle for what our main form of DPS is going to be. Also, my controller was bugging out there, sorry. Because I do Hawk pretty late to get the arrow, because I find it less useful than this, because this is just like a charge attack that does a shit ton. Oops. Wow, I'm playing really poorly. Yeah, so Beetle gives us like a charged attack, and it does a lot of damage. It's like a spear. So it's like very like horizontal. It's a big horizontal move. Does a bunch of damage. Very, very cool. After that, I go to Raven, who gives us range. So that's why I'm like Crow might not be, or not Crow, Hawk might not be as useful. Because the arrow move is like a charge move. Meanwhile, the moment we get hit, which for me is like always, like a lot earlier than I would like, the moment we get hit, we get range attacks for the rest of the fight. So, for the rest of the combat set. Oh my gosh, I'm not looking this way. Now, how often are you going to see the execute? It really depends on me. If I'm feeling myself early on in the runs, I'm about 2 hours into the runs, so early on in the runs, I usually do be hitting the execute pretty often, but now that we're like 2 hours in and I've had to re-explain everything a lot, it feels like the execute's less useful than, but the damage from dodging is still there, and it's pretty lenient if I'm being honest with you. So yeah, a lot of the routing for this I think is going to be, gosh, I don't know if I'm repeating myself. A lot of routing for this I think is going to be about like the early fights that we do are definitely for abilities that are useful, and then the last fight is going to be for like the ability we want to give to the final boss. This gives us an air dash that is completely invulnerable. It's really good. But yeah, I've been toying around with our last one being. I've been toying around with our last fight being the Ox, because it is the easiest fight as of right now that I've tried. We're gonna do the monkey right now, by the way, which gives us like a decoy ability, which is pretty cool. But yeah, the Ox, which I think his fight is kind of like I mean, in this game in general, when you get hit, you're like, okay, yeah, that's my fault. Except for this dude. Fuck this dude. But everyone else, when you get hit, you're like, yeah, that's my fault. So. I say that, no, the hitboxes are very fair. Oh, I messed up. Ah, damn it. You actually want to kill him right there because you want to avoid this. You want to avoid this part. Which it's very possible. It's my fault. I did him earlier than I was messing with my routing, so I did him earlier than I usually do. And because of that, I wasn't used to him taking that much damage that fast. I'm swapping out him and Frog. We're gonna do Frog now, actually. I probably should just, like, that's another thing. For the sake of consistency, I feel like you should find an order that works. I think, honestly, as the game develops or, like, the speedrun develops, people are going to end up picking a certain order that is, like, optimal or whatever. But I do think once you find whatever that order is for yourself, at least early on, before, I guess, like, yeah, once it gets optimal, you should try to keep to like the exact same order, just so you can kind of have like damage numbers in your, or not damage numbers, but like a feeling of how much damage you're doing and stuff. And also, I remember now why I don't do Frog here on this level. I hate Frog on this level because you can spawn the mantises now. Hey. Yeah. Just in general, not a huge fan of like. I'm not a huge fan of like mob fights where it's like just a big amount of mobs. I like fighting like one boss, but to be fair, this entire thing is doing like a bunch of like, it's doing like you're getting all your flavors of bosses. You're getting bosses that like mess with terrain, and you know, clone bosses. Wow, you can't hit one there. I guess technically I should let myself get hit so that I can have range attack for hornets. I died twice? Did I die twice to him or once? I don't remember. Either or. Shouldn't be dying. But yeah, I think that would be really cool. And then obviously once people figure out which one of these bosses is probably the easiest to deal with, I was about to go the wrong way. For the final boss, then we're cooking. But right now, like, all of that is gonna be kind of that is down for like the people who are gonna be testing everything. Honestly, I should ask if I could get. I have to ask if I can. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know where I was going with that sentence. This boss is pretty cool. This is the bullet hell boss. Like Lady Ethereal, I guess, oh shit. Lady Ethereal from Nine Souls is like kind of my go-to comparison. Wow. Wow. Oh my gosh. I played that super poorly. Sorry. Yeah. Usually around once she gets into that last phase, it's usually actually pretty easy. I kind of lost track of my health, which is pretty bad. Yeah. She's pretty cool. She has a cool mechanic where you can actually. Oh shit. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Wow, 3 times. Fuck, okay. Holy. I was trying to hop over that cat the entire time. I was getting really scared. She's a cool mechanic. Casually, if you don't want to fight her, you can actually just listen to her song and she'll give you, she'll let you give you her like her orb, her soul, or whatever. Oops, I'm going the wrong way. Jesus. Speedrun, by the way. But yeah, next we're gonna fight the Hawk. This is gonna give us a second or like a first charge technically to our blade. Currently, if we charge, we have the monkey. That did slow me down a little bit, but that's fine. Yeah, we currently have the monkey, but we get like one halfway through. That is this Hawk after we a Robin. Wow, that was bad on. Oh my god. It'd be quick day. Yeah. Wow, that's super early. Oh my god, that was super bad. Still winnable. Okay, no longer winnable. It's still winnable. Oh my god, he dashed. He was one shot, he dashed back. That's so funny. Oh, that hurt my that hurt my kidneys, man. Alright. Yeah. I've not lost a freaking Hawk, Robin. Wow, I hit that. Yeah, that's right. My god, bro. It feels like I'm dead ass. Okay. It's cope. It's 100% cope what I'm about to say. but it feels like when you go into like the pink stance, every single mob starts using their not mob, every single boss starts using their movement abilities to get away from you and stall it out. I have no way of confirming or denying that, and it's definitely just like my internal bias because it keeps happening to me. Or like I've played like when you know, when you put in like the hours, you start seeing numbers that aren't there, you know. Oh my god, that's so bad. Like that. Playing turbo that. Holy. This is just me playing poorly. Yeah, that was just me playing poorly. Oh my gosh. I'm not locked in. Alright. I'm just going to... Well, we still have... Don't I have like 3 fights left? I have this... I have 3 fights left. Yeah, 4 fights technically. Wow, that's super unlikely. Okay. Next to... Let's catfish into Ox. This has to be the fastest way to catfish, I think. Trying to think if... No, there's no way the other way is faster. Gotta beat him in one. I've got one more shot. Oh, damn it. I'm stupid. I can't count. Dang. All that Mahjong was for nothing. Alright. Alrighty. Shoot this over him. Still winnable, even though it was bad, but whatever. Oi, oi, oi. Alright. Last is our good friend, the Ox King. The Ox King. Alright. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. I'm really hoping that putting this out, well, not even putting this out, but like in general, someone is willing to put together a video, and if no one is, maybe I will put a video together. Right now, this came out right when my work week started, so unfortunately. I saw it coming too. Yeah. Unfortunately, this game came out right when my work week started, so I can't like do as much in-depth looking as I wanted to, or as I would like to. So I'm hoping that when I come back from my long time off at work, someone would have put together a list of I'm telling you. Was that this run where I was saying like they always use their movement ability? The most inopportune. Oh wow, I would have killed there if I jumped a little bit later. Inopportune times, man. Yeah, if I did that a second earlier. But yeah, I mean obviously like just look at this. Like I've died like a bunch. And it's a pretty short run in general, and I think that like because it's like all skill, I feel like watching someone taking the time. Wow. I need to figure out how to deal with going high and going low. I think both of them, like, the answer is going towards the wall. Yeah. But, we'll try it again. I guess that's also an answer. Not the answer. executed. Gosh. Oh, now we have to wait for it to float to the middle. I don't know if I talked about this, but try to kill them in the middle. If you don't, you have to, yeah. I guess doing it in a small air arena as well. So maybe this isn't the best one just because the arena is. So maybe doing it in a smaller arena might prove worthwhile. Because frogs, I guess, wouldn't move. Everything's coming up frog. Okay. I'm gonna lock in for this. Holy. Ugh. Okay, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. I mean, the time is awful, but I mean, I think I talked about like the idea of doing stuff, which is, oh shit. Oh, I guess I could just join their Discord. I didn't even think about that. Let me join their Discord. 2020.